Okay, in this video we're going to talk about movement and coordination. We're going to talk about the different elements that allow for movement and affect coordination as it relates to health. Okay, so the first thing we want to take a look at is the skeletal system. The skeletal system is one of your major body systems. The main purposes of the skeletal system, as laid out here, are to provide shape and structure to your body, support, protect, and allow for body movement, and for storing minerals and producing blood cells for the body. That third one is the one we're going to take a look at most closely in this unit. So let's talk about that. Inside bones is something called bone marrow. It's a soft fatty substance found in the cavities of bones in which blood cells are produced. If blood cells were not produced, there'd be issues in terms of what your body could and couldn't do. This is where diseases come from. Several kinds of diseases come from anyways. So this is a very vital function of your skeletal system. If you take a look at this, there's two types of bone marrow. Red marrow, in which red blood cells are produced. Red blood cells that we talked about and components of blood are obviously very important for delivering oxygen. Yellow stores fat and minerals. When we're talking about different minerals, these are things that your body's going to use to grow, to repair itself, and for energy. Okay, next thing we're going to take a look at in the theme of movement is ligaments. Here I have an example of a knee joint. The red area are the ligaments. And as you guys may have heard, somebody getting an ACL tear or an MCL tear or something along those lines, you know it's very difficult for them to move their knee in certain directions or cut different directions and things of that nature. But basically the purpose of ligaments is to hold bones together at the joints. There's less blood flow to it, so it takes longer to heal. That's why injuries like ACL and MCL tears take so long to heal, because your body needs blood flow for things to repair itself, and it just happens less in ligaments. But the main purpose of ligaments is to hold bones together at the joints. This next fact is just pretty straightforward. How many bones are there in the human body? It's 206. Now, when people are born, they have more, but as they get older and the bones fuse together, the common number is 206. What is the largest bone in the body? Well, it's the femur, and as you can see, it's located in the thigh area. Okay, spinal cord injuries. Your central nervous system is comprised of your brain and the nerves running through your spinal cord. This sends messages to the rest of your body. If an injury occurs and it severs or impacts the nerves that run through your spine, you can lose movement in either part of your body or the whole of your body. This diagram on the bottom demonstrates what is known as a paraplegic, or somebody who is paralyzed from the waist down. Number 2 represents, or the pictures at the top represent a quadriplegic, or somebody who's paralyzed essentially from the neck down. So spinal cord injuries are very serious. That's why they're treated very seriously when an injury could potentially occur or something along those lines. And that's spinal cord injury. Okay, let's talk about sequence of movement. So how does your body actually move? What's the pattern that occurs that allows for your body to move? Well, it has to start with your nervous system. Let's say, for example, you have put your hand on a stove and that stove is hot. The first thing that's going to happen is your peripheral nervous system is going to send a message to your central nervous system saying, we can't keep our hand here, it's hot, we got to move. So that is the nervous system. The muscular system then reacts, muscles contract, and moving your hand away. And then with regards to the skeletal system, it provides function, or it provides form to your muscular system, allowing the hand to actually move away. So the sequence of movement, this is something you're going to need to know for the test, is first nervous system, then muscular system, then skeletal system. Okay, muscle contraction. I don't have a picture for this one, but we're just going to talk about it. And with muscle contraction, The way this occurs is nerve impulses are sent from the brain that causes the muscle to contract. So again, when we're talking about movement, any movement that occurs originates in the brain or the central nervous system. It's then sent out to the peripheral nervous system, and the movement occurs in the body. Okay, some other kind of random things that are in here too. The epiglottis is the flap that prevents food from entering the windpipe. So when you are eating and food is moving down the trachea, it doesn't enter the windpipe because of the epiglottis. And this has been movement and coordination.